From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend so far. I would say the weather's been cooperating. Big time heat ridge. Really not a lot of active weather here within, 500, 1,000 miles of us, right? We're kind of right there in the bullseye of that, and I think it's only going to build over the next several days, but I think it'll temporarily weaken before it gets stronger. Now here's through tonight. Let's show those forecast conditions. Now I think along the marine boundary layer, we're going to be cooling back down through the 40s. Check it out though through the valley. Near 50, near 60 really, I think is kind of going to be the story right out here towards Siskiyou County, especially west of Mount Shasta City. We're probably going to be there in the 50s, 40s east. Out towards Modoc County, we're also going to be in the 40s there. Last in Volcanic State Park from Chester to Susanville to Quincy. I would say mid 40s to lower 50s there is kind of the story, so that's kind of the cooling trend there. But big picture, well, I'll tell you what, that warming trend we've been talking about is going to take hold really quickly. Rain chances are looking actually pretty low. Why is that? Well, I've been using this term, Mike did too, heat ridge. That's what's coming in. We definitely are familiar with this type of thing, right? Usually though in the summertime, right? Really much a taste of summer really is the best way to put it. Mike put it that way Thursday and Friday, and I think that's really the best way to put it. It's this thing right here. We're going to be in the bullseye of it as it drifts east here, and it looks like models are trending towards a stronger type of it, so I do think we're going to be warming up pretty quickly. Look here by Friday, by Saturday, we're right there in the middle of it, and this huge ridge preventing those low pressure systems from coming in, keep us dry and keep us hot. I do think we're going to be seeing the possibility as we head into the next 5 to 7 days of maybe some triple-digit heat creeping in across the area. So like I said, we're really taking hold here of a dry pattern, of a warm pattern, really downright hot pattern, to be honest with you. Now, I think through tomorrow is kind of the interesting forecast because especially out towards the higher elevations, we're talking kind of a ring around the valley and past east of the coast, maybe the possibility of some upper level convection type showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder or two. So we'll watch for that chance. Would I plan my day around it? No, I wouldn't, but I would consider it, right? I would think about that possibility if you're out there towards portions of the Trinity Alps, out towards Siskiyou County, Modoc County, the eastern mountains towards Plumas County. But again, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's very isolated type stuff, really kind of holding with that summer-like pattern, right? But check that extended term out. 90s taking back over, dry as a bone as we head past tomorrow, to be honest with you there. And of course, through tomorrow, the temperatures out there will be kind of in the upper 80s and lower 90s out towards Trinity County and further inland, of course, with those 80s. Check out Alder Point and Garberville. But on the coast, you know, that marine boundary layer is really doing us a lot of favors, keeping us pretty cool, right? Mid-60s there. But even still, we're going to be warming up to the mid-upper 60s by Tuesday, Wednesday there as well. And of course, up toward Del Norte County, well, we got some 70s creeping into the batch there. Orleans down from Hoopa to Willow Creek. Check it out. Upper 80s, lower 90s. That's going to be coming in by about Wednesday, Tuesday, that kind of time frame. That's when we really start to see that ridge building there. Happy Camp, 88 degrees there. Notice those 80s sticking around west of Weed and Wairika. Then you get back towards the 70s past Mount Shasta City. But by the way, that's what I was talking about there. For tomorrow, you might see the isolated chance of maybe a rumble of thunder or two up here with dry as bone conditions taking back over past tomorrow into Monday, of course, and beyond as that heat ridge takes over. Out towards Modoc County, we'll finally be at 80 here in Alturas. Of course, yesterday you were kind of, or well, today really, you were kind of there in the upper 70s, but I think the 80s will really take back over here. And again, you can't rule that possibility out of some rumbles of thunder here with that isolated type convection stuff. So just keep an eye on the radar. You'll be fine with 70s, 80s, maybe even upper 80s taken back over by the end of the week. Out towards Plumas County, eastern mountains, check those 70s and 80s here as we head over the next, I would say, 24 hours or so, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, that's really the peak of that warming trend, and we'll really see that trend in the valley. Now, this is really, as usual, right, where we see those trends in full force, right? I think we're going to stay dry through tomorrow, so don't worry about showers here in the valley. Not going to be an issue there. 90s, upper 90s, maybe even triple digits out there in the extended term, right? So I think we're definitely seeing a sign of the times, right, creeping into this more summer-like pattern as the ENSO state, which is the La Nina or El Nino, starts to shift more towards neutral. Not really El Nino, not really La Nina. We're kind of in a transitional state, and the pattern is definitely reflecting that. That much is for sure. Up here from Lakehead down to Red Bluff, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's going to be our warmest portion of the week with upper 90s, maybe even near 100 creeping into the forecast. Like I said, just bring some sunscreen, bring some water if you have outdoor plans, because it is just going to be absolutely blistering for the rest of this week here. A little bit earlier than average too, that much is for sure. Thanks for joining me here for this forecast update. Of course, I'll be back with you tomorrow morning for more Fresh from the Weather NorCal Command Center, and I'll speak to you then.